Welcome to this quick body weight flow. This is going to be a great one if you want to add this on at the beginning or the end of other videos, maybe if you have some more time. If not, this is a good full body one if you only have 15 minutes. So we're going to get started. Turn on some music. This will be good with some music playing. And we're going to start just with a little twist and kind of like a tap with your toes. Just gently warming up the body. Really low impact cardio today. Of course, you can take this up to other levels if you want, as much as you want to get into it. We're just going to do 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to turn that into a squat and reach. So I'm just doing little baby squats to start, and I'm really thinking of reaching up nice and tall. Again, this video today is all about lengthening. I want you to feel longer. By the end of it, have a little bit more energy. And you can take these squats now as much as you want. You can start getting lower down, but always reaching up nice and high, reaching through the crown of your head. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then now we're going to turn it into kind of a side twist and reach. So kind of putting those two moves together. Our first move and that one we just did. Twisting your torso. Bring your gaze with you. Squatting down again as low as you want. And maybe you don't want to do that today. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, we're going to do some hamstring curls. So we're taking our heels, kicking back towards our opposite butt cheek. And then you can add arms. So we'll do X arms here today with our hamstring kicks. Really think bringing those shoulder blades together and apart. Getting that kind of flexion and extension, opening your chest. And again, you can get as low as you want or stay up high. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to stand a little bit wider than we normally would for squats. And we're going to squat down, touch the ground, come up and reach, and circle your arms around. Squatting down, touching and reaching. Working within your range of motion. Maybe you're not tapping all the way down to the ground today. Breathing in and out. As always, we still want to have good form, even when it's just body weight. Want to be thinking of that nice long neck, no creases in the neck. Just 2 more here. Last one like this. And now we're going to do our squat down and then up to tippy toes. Squatting down and up to tippy toes. If you want to do the arms still, you can, or you can just work on a reach. Maybe you're tapping down, reaching up, pressing through all 10 toes as you lift, and planting those heels down when you squat down. For 4 here. 3, 2, and last 1. I'm going to turn to the side, just so I have enough room. We're going to do a little bit of lunging now. If you need to hold on to a wall or chair or something beside you, if maybe your balance isn't so great with lunges, pause the video and get set up with that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to keep working the same leg for this time. So my left leg's going to stay planted forwards. I'm going to step back. My right leg is going to stay straight in this kind of lunge today. So we're just doing like a little kind of baby lunge down with this straight right leg. And then I'm going to come up. You can either tap your right toes down or bring them up to tabletop. Straight leg back and up. Back and up. Elongating again. Think reaching through that right heel, through the crown of your head. We can add on with some arms. So reaching fingers all the way to that heel. And our core is working quite a lot here to keep us stable. We've got 4 more on this leg, then we're going to switch sides. And 3, 2, last one. Switching sides, planting our right leg down, left leg steps back long. You can do the same arms if you want. You can always add or change your arms too if you felt like doing maybe sideways arms. I'm just going to keep reaching and back because talking and coordination of arms and legs is very hard for me. I used to do step class like once or twice a week, and it took me so long to get decent at that. 4 more on this side. Because my brain trying to think of arms and legs moving was a lot. Last 2 and 1. So we're going back to lunges on the other side now. This is going to be more of our traditional lunge. So I'm going to plant my left foot forward. Right leg's going to take a big step back. Always hip distance apart. We're not on a balance beam. If you can tap your knee all the way down. And then we're going to come up, same thing, right knee comes, up to tabletop or tapping down. So lunge, tap down, and come up. This time I am going to do different arms. I'm going to reach forward here as I tap down, and then kind of out to a T as I come up to tabletop. And down, lunging down, and up. Still taking enough time here to be doing the moves properly, not wobbling all over the place. I've kind of picked a spot to stare at. 2 more on this side. And 1. And then same thing on the other side. Again, choose your arms. So lunging down, if you're tapping that knee, you can do that. But always working what's right for your body. And maybe your balance just isn't there, so leave out the arms and hold on to something. If you are doing the arms, make sure your shoulders are relaxed after a while and they get tired. They start to creep up towards your ears. Hold that tension for 3 here. And 2. Last one of our lunges. And then just shake it out. Catch your breath for a second. We have a different type of lunge now. I showed the last of our lunges. We're doing lateral lunges. So I'm going to start with my left foot. Actually, I'm going to start in the center. I'm going to take a big step out to my left. Now I'm squatting back and down as if I'm sitting in a chair behind my left leg here. And then I'm going to come up to center. Up to you if you want to tap into center or if you want to lift that leg, then tap. Big step out to my right now. Same thing, I'm sitting back now in the chair kind of behind my right glute. And then coming up, you can tap down. So big step, sitting out and tapping. Big step, out. And you're kind of using like power. So you're still coming up, but then you're using power to kind of like push off with that leg. And arms can just be doing whatever you want. If you want to add something overhead, go ahead. If you want to just do prayer hands. We're just going to do one more on each side. Last one. Meet me back in the middle when you finished. So our next move is a good balancing one again. So if you need something to hold on to, you can do that. I'm going to turn to my side again, just to kind of show you guys so that I have room when I don't kick my reformer. We're going to start, let me start with whichever leg you like. I'm going to start with my left leg down. My right leg is coming up straight. I'm flexing my foot, and I'm going to do straight leg lifts here. So I'm lifting from my hip. My knee isn't what's like bending, it's at my hip joint here. Nice and tall to the crown of your head. Reach that leg long for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're going to swing that arm or that leg back. Arms can be for airplane, like out by the side here. You can make a T on your hips, whatever's comfortable for you. You can try to square your hips as best as you can. Flex that foot again. Long neck, and same move now. Now we're kicking up, squeezing our glute. Stay lifted out of that left leg, but don't lock that knee. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, we're going to switch sides. So now my right foot's planted down, grow nice and tall, lift out of that right hip. Left leg comes up, flexing at the foot, and I'm doing those straight leg lifts. Really trying to reach through my heel. Plant your whole right foot down to turn on your inner thighs to help stabilize. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back for airplane. Again, try to square your hips and chest and shoulders. Neck is long. And then once you're comfortable, adding in those kicks if you want. Squeezing your glute. Reach that leg. Reach to the crown of your head for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. One more time on each side. Planting that right foot. Left foot. Right leg comes up. This one's going to be a little bit quicker since we know what we're doing now. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swinging it back. And lifting. Nice and long. Kick that back wall for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it down. Switch sides. After this, we're moving down to the mat for a couple minutes. Lifting here. Shoulders are relaxed in that neutral position. Spine is neutral. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it back. Ooh, this is obviously my worst side for balance. Get set up and then add those leg lifts. Press through that whole foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, coming down to the mat, just a couple more minutes here. Stand at the back of your mat, and then we're going to come down. We're going to walk out to our high plank. Hands a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Splay out your fingers. Turn on your back muscles. Turn on your legs, your core. You can either hold here if you want. If you do want to add on, we're going to press back. So my knees are hovering, shins are hovering off of the mat, and then coming back to our plank. Pressing back and forward. Use your breath. I like to inhale back. Exhale as I come back to my plank. If this is too much, just hold the plank in whichever position is comfortable for you. We've got 4 more here. Use your core. And 3, 2, and 1. Come down to your knees. We have one more move. So my hands, you can either have your fingers pointed towards your bum or slightly turned out, whatever is best for your wrists. My feet are about hip distance apart. And we are coming up into kind of like a reverse tabletop or a reverse quadruped position here. So turn on your arms, especially your triceps. Your biceps are working as well. You can work on just holding your body up here if you want. Otherwise, I'm gonna plant my left leg down. So if you wanna walk it a little bit more into center, you can. Left leg's down, right leg is coming up to tabletop, reaching out. Back into tabletop and reaching. In and reach. Lengthen and elongate. Just 4 more on this leg. 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down if you're doing this. Plant it. Left leg comes up and reaches. Careful you're not locking your elbows. Use your core and your breath. This is our last move for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant that foot down, carefully come down to the mat. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little workout. As I said, it's good to add on or do by itself. Let me know if you like this kind of workout, or if you prefer, the weights that we use and other things. Hopefully you're breathing as heavy as I am, and I hope to see you next time.